Alrighty. You made your first $10,000 online. It's super fun, right? The big question is, now what? Okay, how do I take this $10,000 and turn it into $100,000? Well, here's some good news. You see this trophy right here? This is an award for an information product that I sold where I made over $87,000 in a single day. So I use it as my mic stand. My name's Ann McDonald. If you don't know who I am, welcome to the Kingdom Lifestyle Hub Institute group. Wherever you're watching this, whether it's on the website, you're watching it in a Facebook group, you're watching it on YouTube, we are glad to have you here. What I'm going to talk about today is just how we actually take an online, okay, who is this for? First of all, you are kingdom minded. You have kind of a faith bent, if you will. You love the Lord, you're Holy Spirit filled, you're like, and you want to build businesses. So you're in this online space and you've made your first $10,000. And you're like, no problem. I'm going to rock this thing to 100. Super easy. Well, it is easy and it's not easy. So a couple of things I'm going to share with you really quickly. I have a little PowerPoint here, and I'm actually going to share with you. I want to take about 15 minutes or less in this video. So hang with me. Just a little bit of background on who I am in case you don't know me. I'm an interior designer by trade. That was my trade. Out of college, I worked and lived in New York City twice, Beverly Hills, the San Francisco Bay Area. And over the past, since 2008, I have built lifestyle businesses, online lifestyle businesses. We have a media company that does documentary films all the way to holiday decor and tabletop setting. So I share that with you just to give you a little bit of context. So when I'm talking about building online lifestyle businesses, let's go back to that slide for a minute. This is me. So like back in the day, here I am recording a holiday decor information product, like way back in the day in our dining room. Here I am doing a photo shoot for, at the time it was called iVillage. I mean, like I've been at this a long time, guys. And I just share, I mean, we worked with some pretty big names. And so when I'm talking about lifestyle businesses, if you don't know what I mean when I say lifestyle business, I have a video somewhere that you can locate in this feed or in this channel where I talk about what is a kingdom lifestyle business. And so I'm not going to unpack that with you today, but what I am going to do is share with you a story how not to do it. Okay. Anybody ever made mistakes before? We're so smart and yet we miss the basics. So you've made your first $10,000. Let me know in the chat if you've done a $1,000 product 10 times, a $5,000 product 2 times, or you've got a $10,000 product. That will help us know how to make content to really serve you where you are. Because my heart is to just simply share my journey in the building and the scaling of multiple online lifestyle businesses. Okay, so let's have some fun at that. All right, so back in the day, 2008, interior design, I go back to work full time. My kids are in high school, junior high and high school. And I'm like, I got some time, we can do this. So I thought I knew how stuff worked in the online space because I'd been pretty successful offline. And I'm like, this can't be that hard. So I muscle it out. I'm not going to go into this whole story right now. Somewhere you can find out why it took me so long, but it took me a while. I finally break through. I've got a nicely converting information product. It's $495. We have a $995 upsell. It's an 8-week product. Okay. We deliver it live. We have office hours. We got the emails dialed in. We got the webinar dialed in. We got the product dialed in. It's all good. So I make $5,000, $15,000 a webinar. We're cranking along. And I'm like, I know. Let's make more money by, and don't do this, making it more complicated. I think I will take everything that worked, put it over there, and try something that has never worked ever. And I'm like, what did I do? So here's my counsel for you in the 10,000 to 100,000 category. Remember, this information product alone has done, I think, close to $130,000 to date. But this was for a specific product for an $87,000 day. Okay, so just listen up. Simple is your friend. Okay, simplicity is key. All right. I'm going to put it on the screen. Simple scales, complicated fails. So what did I do wrong and what should I have done? Okay. I've got 4 things on the screen that I should have done that I eventually did do, which is why it worked. But at the time, I got a little impatient. Okay. Any of you ever been impatient? Have you ever thought, oh, wow, that was awesome. That worked. I'm never doing it again. Like dumb, right? It would be like finding a route to the grocery store that's like the best route ever. It takes you the least amount of time, the least amount of gas, the least amount of traffic. You do it once, you do it twice, and then you're like, I know, I'll drive to the grocery store a different way every single time just to complicate my life. So we wouldn't do that, right? Well, in the same way, when it comes to going from like your $10,000 win, you've got something that people like, you've got something that people have purchased. What we want to do is we want to take that and do that again and again and again. Okay. But here's the key, and this is what a lot of people miss. We have to actually unpack these 4 things. Who exactly purchased your product at the least friction space? Like, who was your best purchaser? What price point did they purchase your product? Why did they purchase your product? You know, a lot of times we think we know why people purchase our information products, but we don't actually know until we ask them. And then the final question is, would they refer a friend? Why or why not? So when you're in that space of you've made your first $10,000, and I can think of a couple clients that we have right now where they've made their first $10,000. It was relatively easy. And then they're like, I don't want to do that again. I'm like, you should do that again. Okay. So think about your product right now. Who exactly purchased it? Who was the least amount of friction that purchased your product? Okay. So we have a wide variety of people that purchase our products and services, from our consulting products all the way to our holiday decor products. We have a wide variety of people, but there's typically a core customer who's like super easy, super happy, super fun to work with, super fast to pay. That's the person you want to dial in on. You want to know that person backwards and forwards. The second thing you want to ask is, what price point? Okay. What price point? We actually just thought that we would sell more if we lowered the price from $4.95. I think we took it down to like $2.97. We sold less. Okay. We sold less. Okay. So what price point did they buy? The price point that I like to think of as appropriate for my products and services, and we can talk price point in a whole nother video, is the buy now price point, where they don't think about it and they're like, they don't have to ask anybody. That's a great place to get your feet wet for an information product. So your avatar may be like, yeah, I spent $100. I don't even think about it. My avatar at the time was an interior decorator or designer who had a small studio, who was having trouble with her teams, and $500 to her was well worth it. So it was kind of a buy now price. Okay. The next question is, why'd they buy it? Okay. A lot of times we overcomplicate, new additions to products that we're selling because we don't actually know why. So I want to encourage you, ask your customers, why did they buy the product? Why'd you buy the product? It can be super casual. It can be more formal. Okay. If it's $10,000, probably pretty casual. You'd probably be like, Sally, why'd you buy the product? She's like, well, your mom told me to buy it. Okay, we might have a little more work to do on the information product thing, but we'll get there. The next question is, would they refer a friend? Why or why not? And this is the data that you want to get a hold of at this stage of the game. So I'm going to put that back up on the screen for you. All right. Here's the thing. A lifestyle business is super simple. It's basically this space where you are, and you can find that, you can, I took that off the screen really fast, but you can find it in the PDF below this video. If you don't have the PDF, just reach out to us and we'll email it to you. A lifestyle business is basically this beautiful space where the heart of God is coming into the earth through it's through your sweet, sweet sound of a lifestyle business. You know, it's not this heavy, like cumbersome thing. It's a business that fits within your lifestyle. And it usually carries a really redemptive, sweet, easy to engage, kind aroma of breakthrough. Okay. I love lifestyle businesses. It's why I built so many of them. I just think they're fun and they're great vehicles for you as an outlet for your creativity. And they're very lovely vehicles for the end users. All right. Next. Here's the next thing you need to ask. I'm going to put this up on the screen. There are 3 types of lifestyle businesses. There are 3, what's the word I'm trying to think of? There are 3, well, I call it redemptive solutions, but your product probably solved something in a particular way, whether you're aware of it or not. So you've sold your $10,000 worth. Maybe you've sold like $35,000 worth, but you're not quite sure why. So what are you going to do? You should ask yourself the question, which type was it? Was it a done for you or an outcome-based information product? Was it a process-based? Maybe you've got a coaching program, which is what we have, or what we had. The product I'm talking with you guys about was called Decorate Like a Pro System, and it was a process-based program. It was 8 weeks, small group coaching. I loved it. It was awesome. We should probably re-release the product because it was pretty good. Actually, it was better than pretty good. Or was it just straight up information? One of the things that will help you get to $100,000 quickly is you doing the boring basics as I'm trying to think who says that. I don't know if it's Alex Hormozi or somebody else. I think it's Hormozi. He talks about, and he and his wife, Layla, talk about doing the boring basics better than anybody else. Well, part of the boring basics for lifestyle businesses is it's not this massive market type thing, but it is this really sweet space. And so the more dialed in you can be on why somebody bought your product and what solution type your product is based on how you're wired, the more easily you're going to get from 10 to 100K. So ask yourself that question. Here's the next thing I want you to ask yourself the question about. How many are you going to have to sell to get to 100K? Okay. So for me, at the $495 price point, we were going to have to sell a lot to get to 100K. So what did I do? I added a $995 upsell for the coaching program, which is a lot less. Okay. Let's do some math, right? Who wants to do math? You might not want to do math right now, but let's do a little math. So if I want to make $100,000. Okay, let's hold this up. See, I got $100,000 on my phone and I am selling a $495 product. I got to sell over 200 of those things via webinar to small groups of designers. That was a little heavy uphill. So what I did was I made a $995 upsell. So I did $495 and I made the upsell so attractive that almost everybody bought it. I think we had a 70% conversion on the upsell. Okay. So $1,490. Now we take $100,000, right? Take $100,000. I divide it by 1,490. How many do I have to sell? I have to sell less than 70. Easy peasy. Okay. Easy peasy. So you've already made $10,000. Don't overcomplicate it. Just keep it simple. Okay. Keep it super simple. That's my counsel for today. So in the PDF that I put in for you on this one, I've got space for you to take notes. What kind of solution is your information product that you've sold? What's the price point on it? Who bought it? Why did they buy it? Okay. Kingdom-minded online lifestyle business builder. We're your tribe. Okay. We're your tribe. I love this stuff. I love to build. I wrote the book Idea to Implementation, I don't know how many years ago. Basically, how do I take ideas from the heart of God and turn them into lifestyle businesses? Okay. So stay tuned for more. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. We do have a program called the Kingdom Lifestyle Hub. It's like a membership program where you get more benefits than just the videos. We love you. We're glad you're here. 0 to 10. Let's get you from 0 to 10, 10 to 100, and 100 to 1 million. All righty. Welcome home. Bye.